And for this start, I'd like to welcome Markus Gratzer here on stage. He's General Secretary of the Austrian Hotelier Association, and he will have your welcoming words now. Good morning and hello to you.
Thank you for this nice introduction. Dear distinguished guests, dear Madam State Secretary Susanne Kraus-Winkler, dear members of the Austrian Parliament, or one member of the Austrian Parliament, Franz Hörl, welcome here, and Madame Steiku, Deputy Head of the Tourism Unit from the European Commission, thank you that you joined the conference here, and of course all project partners and all ÖHV members. I am really delighted to welcome you to the first Green Tourism Conference here in Vienna. We, the Austrian Hotelier Association, are more than pleased to host this very important event here in Vienna, especially because sustainability has become an integral part of our DNA as an organization within the last years. For many years now, we are supporting our members on their way to a greener future, or we try to support them. 2019, we launched our umbrella campaign Zeichen setzen. Since then, many smaller and larger initiatives had been launched and set into action with one common goal: to make our industry fit for the green transition. The Klimateller project, for example, is supported by the Federal Ministry of Climate Action in Austria. The project promotes a sustainable and regional approach to food, the way it is handled, and how meaningful relationships between or can form between tourism local producers and tourism companies. As we all know, the tourism industry is a vital contributor of the European economy, generating significant revenue and creating employment opportunities for millions of people in Europe. We know it especially in Europe, in Austria, how important the tourism is. However, this growth comes at a cost, and the industry must be more responsible and sustainable for its future success. To improve, we must focus on reducing our carbon footprint and energy consumption. And there's a saying, the best energy is that energy you don't consume, you don't use. And today's final conference of the European Tourism Going Green project marks an important milestone on our joint effort to the project, because the project emphasizes on the importance on collaboration and partnerships. And with this project, about 70 tourism SMEs from Bulgaria, Germany, Italy, Croatia, Romania, and finally Austria, ranging from campsites to hotels, went on a journey together. Today and tomorrow, they are in the spotlight. Their hard work, their struggles, and their achievements on the road to certification. They and their success stories are the role models and the new kind of sustainability approach for the tourism we all strive for. And the conference will also feature several experts from different fields and backgrounds who will share their knowledge and give insights and knows about the latest trends and developments. And I also want to take the opportunity to thank our Tourism State Secretary Susanne Kraus-Winkler for supporting the conference from the ministry. And in the closing, I wish you all a great and enjoyable conference. The program for the Luftburg will release later on the evening. And I hope let us work together and to create a more sustainable, a responsible tourism that benefits everyone, and especially our next generations who have no plan B for this planet. Thank you very much and have a good conference.
Thank you, Markus. She was mentioned already. We're very happy to have her here, Susanne Kraus-Winkler from the Austrian State Secretary for Tourism. A warm welcome to you and good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Dear Markus Gratzer, dear Andrea Staiku. Dear ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to be with you today and to welcome you all to Vienna, of course, and to Austria. I wanted to add something to what Markus just said. The targets for sustainability can only be met if we are working together. And for this, I would really like to thank not only the Commission, but also OHV for being partner in this project. Thank you very much. Sustainability, of course, and saying this here is like bringing wishes to Rome, is currently one of the most important topics in our decade. And we all know it's not only about energy efficiencies in buildings, in the industry, or similar things, but it's also about the changing expectations of our guests. And especially in Austria, we have this beautiful alpine region with its pristine landscapes and environment as one of our trademarks of Austrian tourism, which have to be protected in a very special way. So we created an Austrian master plan for tourism. It's a national tourism strategy called Plan T. It was published in 2019, and it is a guidance for political decisions. And one of the targets in this Plan T is Austria wants to be one of the most sustainable destinations in the world. So you can imagine we have to work a lot on this target. And of course, this also follows the central principle that sustainability is also has three dimensions. It's the ecological, the social, and the economic dimension. And this leads to a major paradigm shift where we not only focus only on the visitors and our guests, but also on the needs of the local population, the environment, and of course the entrepreneurs and the employees. Furthermore, our tourism policy focuses on quality before quantity and a culture of cooperation. Let me give you a few examples about the initiatives of our ministry and my daily work as a state secretary. We are very proud about our new funding system for SMEs, which we launched by end of March. It is only for SME in tourism, and it has a strong focus on sustainable projects. And we are really looking to make sure that there is no further soul sealing. We are trying to prevent we're not funding new projects in destinations where there are also already more than 500,000 overnights. We are providing a special sustainability bonus for those who invest in tourism, but invest specifically in sustainable targets. Then, of course, we also published an online guide on energy management, and we also support solutions for sustainable mobility in tourism destinations. Tourism is mobility. Without mobility, there won't be a tourism. So mobility is one of the big challenges we also have to face and to find solutions. In 2014, an annual Tourism Mobility Day was initiated, bringing together experts from tourism, transport, and environment. And we will see how the outcome is, but mobility, as I just said, is quite challenging for everyone because we have so many different types of mobility. But we also have an SDG platform to inform about initiatives within the field of sustainability in tourism and to give students a chance to publish their research on sustainability. And yesterday at the Austrian Tourism Day conference, the topic was sustainability as a regular guest. And during the press conference for this Austrian Tourism Day, we announced the start of further initiatives. This shift in thinking by region surveys we now know that 76% of respondents in Germany and Austria believe that sustainable hotels will continue to gain in importance over the next 3 years. And 73% are convinced that hotels focus on a sustainable offering, improve their reputation as a result. To sum it up, we see a lot of progress, and I'm really proud to say that in Austria we are on the right course. 2 Austrian tourism destinations recently have been awarded by UNWTO as best tourism villages. This was Wagrain and Zell am See. And the year before, in 2021, it was Kaunertal. So we see that the regions, which are very often the key for sustainable change, are working hard to go into the right direction. I strongly support all initiatives to serve the sustainable development of tourism, especially in Austria. Together, we can shape tourism locations ready for the future. And for today, I all wish you a successful event and new ideas for further improvements. Once again, congratulations to all your achievements, and thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you for giving us insights, what's happening in Austria regarding politics when we want to make tourism greener and talking about sustainability. 11 Austrian projects took part in this EU project. They will receive the Austrian Eco label today later. But now I'd like to show you a video of our Minister for Climate Action, Environment, Energy, Mobility, Innovation and Technology, who unfortunately cannot be with us today, but it was important to her to send us a video. Here is Leonore Gewessler.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the Green Tourism Conference in Vienna. Sustainable travel is one of the main topics of the conference. May I take you on a trip with me? When I was a teenager, green tourism wasn't really on anybody's mind when they thought of the last vacation, when they maybe hitchhiked across Europe as a backpacker. Ecological aspects and travel perhaps were associated with last hiking holiday in the Alps, where you can definitely see much nature in such a beautiful landscape. That had to do something with sustainable tourism. Others might have thought about their budget and what a bargain the last vacation just had been when it came to sustainability and travel. A lot has happened since then. Climate action has arrived in the middle of society. The climate crisis shows us clearly that action needs to be taken also in the tourism sector. Think of lakes that people used to visit, but are now threatened with drying up. Think of winter tourism, where the snow is literally melting away. Think of city tourists, who no longer dare to venture into the overheated urban areas in summer. Sustainability and green tourism are the answers to tackle these direct results caused by the climate crisis. Entrepreneurs in tourism like you show how tourism and climate action can work together, how sustainability and travel can be combined into an eventful whole. Many of you have already taken action and the chances and invested in order to start into a climate-friendly future. These efforts, whether taken by companies or whole tourist regions, are highly in demand and valued by your customers. I know many good examples. Climate-friendly hotels already use sustainable materials during construction. Electricity and heat systems are supplied by renewable energy sources, and the food comes from the region and is organic. Environmentally conscious tourism professionals also rely on climate-friendly mobility when it comes to getting to and from the destination. That's quite important because here are the greatest potentials to reduce emissions and provide comfort for tourists. In my ministry, we already live by these standards and are investing heavily in the expansion of public transport. That results in more comfortable rail travel, less complications, and it's cheaper too. Of course, I'm talking about the Klimaticket, the climate ticket. With just one ticket, you can use all public transport throughout Austria for the price of only €3 per day for a full year. More than 220,000 people are already part of that shift in transportation and have a Klimaticket. We already know traveling and protecting the climate at the same time is a major concern for many. Hence, climate protection and sustainability are more important than ever for tourism as surveys show. Therefore, real economic, ecological and social sustainability are the game changers for companies and locations working in the tourism sector. And I'm glad and thankful that this important issue is addressed by you at the conference. You help raise awareness and show that it already can work. Together we can provide a bit of climate happiness by our measures, not only by traveling and on vacation, but in general, in life, for us, for our children, who also want to see the beautiful countryside and have the same experiences in an intact natural landscape as we did. I wish you all an exciting conference with many interesting and engaging discussions.